Harley Davidson are cutting all Softails. What?
RevelatorAlf.
Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. I hope you're all well. So this video is a kind of a follow-on from that last video which I made about the strategic planning from Harley Davidson and whether they will be cutting the Taurus in the future. This is a similar kind of thing with the Softails, but with a bit of a twist. Okay, so in that video I talked about strategic planning and the kinds of variables that companies will consider when they're discussing whether they should actually continue with a product or discontinue it. Actually, with the Softails, it's not a 10-year plan which I was alluding to with the Taurus. This is a lot sooner than that. Actually, they could be discontinuing them within 5 years. What? Really? This cannot be true. Surely this cannot be true. And it probably isn't, but follow me through. Now, the question you got to ask yourself is, will any of the Softails that currently are in the model lineup, will they last for another 5 years? And the answer is, well, absolutely no. There's surely going to be quite a few of these models that are going to be scrapped, let's say. Already the Sport Glide, as we know, has been discontinued in North America. But in Europe, of course, it's still holding on just by its fingernails. Now, we know that other Softails have been cut from the lineup in the last 2 or 3 years, and I'm sure the next couple of years, more are going to be cut as well. So from that point of view, there's nothing new in this. But let's just say the whole model lineup, could it really happen? Okay, let's just follow this through right now. Any business is going to be looking at the future. They're going to be looking at what potential customers will want to buy in the future, what the buying trends will be, let's say with economic pressures, political pressures, regulations, this kind of thing. They're also going to be looking at, okay, with that model lineup, with that engine, is there a better alternative, and is there going to be an alternative engine that buyers will favor more than the existing option? So as we know, Harley Davidson in the last year or two have come up with the new models with the Revolution Max engine, the liquid cooled engine. They're also obviously heavily involved in the electric vehicles now with their spin-off electric vehicle company Livewire. They're moving in different directions. So the Softails could be the motorcycle that actually gets rid of the M8 engine, gets rid of the style of motorcycle, and the company start moving into other types of motorcycles with other types of engines. The Revolution Max engine, let's say they develop even more liquid cooled engines. Let's just say they start developing hybrid engines, this kind of thing. Maybe they're going to come up with a brand new engine that doesn't run on petrol at all. Maybe it runs on maize perfume or something, whatever, you know. So this motorcycle as it stands, the Softail lineup, could be decimated, could be completely changed, and it could be changed for something else. They may call it a cruiser, they may call it whatever, but the Softails themselves could go, and the chassis could go, the engine could go, in favor of the latest technology, and to go with market projections and what they feel is going to be the best vehicle for that sector in the future. Okay, so if you don't think this is going to happen, which I don't think is going to happen anytime soon either, I've got to say, but let's just look at this. The Sportster lineup were cut because of global restrictions being imposed on those motorcycles with that engine. They're never going to pass emissions in lots of different countries, so they've cut that, and then they've started to release the Sportster now with a Revolution Max engine, and it looks different, and you know, there's a different feel about it with that whole liquid cooled engine vibe that's going on. But it's a different bike. It's a different bike, same name but different bike. That could be the same here with the cruisers, with the Softails. It could be a same name, it could be a same kind of market, but it could be a completely different bike. They get rid of the M8 engine, they get rid of this chassis, they look at something else completely. You know, they look at what the competitors are doing and they say, well, actually, maybe we could do a little bit of that as well. These are the discussions that all go on and tabletop exercises in these companies. They look at what's going on now, they look at what is selling now, they look at the future. Don't be surprised in the next year, in 2023, more Softails are cut from the global market. Don't be surprised if they maybe introduce another Softail as well. But also look at the next 5 years, even 10 years, and think, will this motorcycle as it stands, the Softail chassis as it stands, do you think it can survive? I think it will survive. I think it can survive, but I think it will just be outdated. That's where we've got to adjust our thinking as consumers. What we think now, in 10 years' time, will be outdated. And that's what the companies like Harley Davidson, that's what the strategists within Harley Davidson, and obviously every other big company, are looking at. They're not looking at today. They're not looking at what I particularly like now. They're looking at the future and what people will be looking at the future. And it may look completely different. You know, it may look very space age. It may have a completely different vibe. So that's why the Softails may be that motorcycle that is no more, and it may be even sooner than we think. Let us know your thoughts on this. Again, these are all rumors, these are all sort of speculations, these are all tabletop exercises from these company strategists. They look at this proposal, they look at this kind of thing, and they think, oh yes, this is something that we need to consider. But do you think it is a real possibility? What will the future motorcycle look like? What will the future cruiser look like? Will it look anything like that, or will it be completely different? Let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, like and share. Check out the website RevelatorAlf.com. I'll catch you again. Ta-da.